I know you guys is going to welcome back to today's New York session. As you guys can see on the charts, we got about 5 minutes into opening bell. And like I said in the civil chart already, we're going to be looking for the same exact setup that we caught yesterday on the charts. So at this moment, this was the previous lower high structure on US30. It's came here twice already. Tuesday came here, sold off. Came here on Wednesday, sold off. Here we are again on Thursday. Just waiting for it to really. It gave us a push. It didn't come all the way up here, but it gave us a retest back to this resistance area. So opening bell, if this kind of state does decide to push down with momentum, I will be looking for the sales on US30 today. And then if it does, it's pushing down. I'm officially about to take this trade on US30. I repeat, I am currently selling US30. Let's get it. I already know TP1 and the reason. Currently flow is 8 bands, 10 bands in profit right now too. All right, it's pushing. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Give me TP1. This is just a hard day at work, man. I'm funny that. TP1 has officially smashed for US30. And big pullback because there are people getting out of the trade as we're in the trade. Yes, sir. Welcome to today's Trade of the Week video. I told y'all every Friday I'm going to start doing it, but as you guys can see, it's going to be Saturday when I upload this video in particular. But I'm going to really go we're going to go more in behind the scenes. This setup that I took on US30 this week, I wasn't really originally expecting this move to be the trade of the week. I knew we was going to catch some nice sales. The market was giving us that lower high structure I talked about earlier, as well as like the nice resistance sell entry. And you guys saw that when we took the entry, as well as how the market actually ended up playing out. I think I showed y'all the whole clip of TP1 through 4 smacking on that trade. But I'm going to break it down a little bit more because this trade went from being a trade that was going to be a nice 6-figure day on the charts to end up being a trade that can set up a play to make high 6 figures to $1 million off of this one move, off of a major swing. So without further ado, we're going to talk about how this TP1 through 4 trade that was supposed to be 1,200, 1,500 pip move ended up turning to the move that's dropping for 2,000, between 3,000 to 5,000 pips on the charts going into next week. So let's hop over to the charts and let's talk about it on this Saturday's breakdown. All right, so let's actually come and look at the chart. So currently right now, I was just going to mark it all up and then just started recording when it was actually set, but I'm going to just literally make this video just super raw and just remark it up like if I was back testing originally. So as you can see here, from the video originally, if you were on the video, this was the zone, this was the stop loss, this was the entry that we was looking for around 440708. And then TP1 was around, I'm gonna mark up like the first 4. And then we could talk about like my thought process as the day went on during London. I mean, not London, during New York session, as the call went on. And then ultimately what led to me actually deciding on looking to hold this trade, right? Because that's what it's all about. Knowing when to catch the swings versus when not to hold the trade. So that way you can make sure you're securing your profit, make sure you're 43,920. Not only securing your profit, but also making sure that you're actually doing what you need to do to maximize everything, catching reversals and so on. And I don't even think I didn't even, the earlier video that y'all just saw, I didn't even see the full live call. The full live call, not only were we able to catch these sales for TP134, we actually scalped a buy setup on the live call as well for a nice, I believe it was 660 pips before it decided to continue with the downtrend right around here. And that was like another trade I called out for the sales as well. But for this video, let's focus on the main play, the main trade I dropped over here on TikTok and on YouTube, right? So as you can see, markets played out like literally exactly as expected. Typically, there are times in the market where in the past, in the beginning of the quarter, you'll find that the market loves to break out of zones, create higher lows, and continue for the uptrend. But then you got to also be prepared for when the market really just want to stay in that trending market, stay in the downtrends, stay creating lower high structures. As you can see here, like this was the highest point of time. It created a lower high structure right here, created a lower high structure right here. And this was like the final lower high price area that ended up being a major key as we go into these last couple of weeks and even this week in general, because came here on Wednesday, created a lower high, sold off, right? So once it came, actually, let me rewind, because this was all of this volatility was literally in 1 week, bro. So Monday, this was the highest point, gave us a lower high here on Tuesday. By the end of Tuesday, it gave us another lower high structure right here. This lower high structure on Tuesday came in clutch because it gave us the key analysis that we needed on Wednesday when it came back to here, and then the same analysis that we needed on Thursday when it came back to here as well. So going into the live call, going into the training, for me, I'm like, cool. If it does, I want to see a retest up in this area, but if it doesn't, like, by the time the call started, it had retests right here. So that was really good enough for me. So once the call actually got started, opening bell came, and I started seeing the momentum on the market, how it was moving. Based off of this candlestick, I'm pretty sure this was the candlestick that caused me to call out the sell alert, actually letting my guys know, like, look, this is the sell setup that I'm looking for on the charts. I'm in my sales now. And then sure enough, within the next 15 minutes, opening bell came, boom. TP1 smash, TP2 smash, TP3 smash, TP4 smash for 1,200 pips. Now, like I said, on one of my positions, I had to take profit on this trade. So I still had one position running, but the market had ended up giving us like a nice pullback. It gave us, I think it was like after this pullback happened, we held the trade, TP134 smash. Once this pullback gave us a retest back to that support, we were able to capitalize and take a buy for this opportunity, and TP1 and TP2 smash for our buy setups. And then it gave us another lower high. So that was my confirmation to let me know that, okay, cool. I get to hold my original position and the market is setting us up for the continuation of the downtrend. Let's see what happens after this starts to sell off again. So we caught another trade and I held the first entry. I know there's a couple other people in my chat that held the first entry as well with me. And excuse me, the rest was history from there, right? Like after that last pullback for the lower high, US30 started to break out of the zone. And that's when I started looking at things for a bigger picture. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I've already been looking for the downtrend on the indices as a whole. I knew elections, there was a beautiful bias that happened on the market, but when it comes to trading in the markets, you understand that there's a thing called price correction, and there's a thing called like the market needs to restructure, give us a strong downtrend push for the next pullback for the next main setup. Like the sales that I've been anticipating waiting on, even though we've been capitalizing off of the buys, stopping the buys, ultimately my mindset has been there needs to be a drop. There's going to be some type of correction that's happening on the markets. I feel like my accent just came out right there. Sorry about that. But there needs to be some type of correction that's going to happen on these charts in order for us to like really see like what is the market really going to show us? What is the overall move that we're going to be looking for? So even though I'm focusing on US30, like if you go ahead and look at NAS, I'm not clicking on it, but if you go ahead and look at NAS and SPX, those two pairs in particular literally where the market was at during election day and it broke out for the buys, it damn near made a full recovery back to that same price area. And that's not a coincidence, right? So, but for US30 in particular, as the market started to sell off, I'm paying attention. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, where's the next structure? Where's the next key levels for US30? I'm on my 1 hour now. I'm on my 4 hour time frame. And I'm just paying attention. I'm like, okay, where are the next zones? Like, if it hit this support level, the next zone for US30 is here, right? So me knowing that, I'm like, all right, cool. I get to hold my trades. This 1,200 pip move, this trade that I only want to make 100K on turns into a trade that we're talking about 250, 500,000. This is a 2,500 pip move right here. But if it breaks this zone, this is a 3,800 pip move right here. But I'm like, okay, cool. If it breaks this structure, the next last higher low was right here. So once again, it broke that structure. It gave us a pullback. It gave us those lower high confirmations. And then it went ahead and dropped again for another 6,000 pips. from my original entry. Like I said, I had another sell entry as well here for the second entry that I gave out on my live trading call. But the original entry is currently floating about 6,000 pips in profit, well, 5,900, 6,000 pips in profit. And when we talk about where are we in the charts, this is a monumental area because like this is the last main real for real main resistance structure that US30 broke out of once the news release. If US30 closes back inside this zone, I'm going to be looking for the full swing back to where it was at during election day, which is around here. And this trade goes from being a 2,000 pip move to now being a 17,000 pip move, turning a 6-figure trade into a potential 7-8 figure move on the charts just because of how volatile the market wants to be, right? So as of right now, like all my people in my academy, my selling shop, we already know that we're looking for swing trades on this. We're already in our sales. But if it decides to give us pullbacks and retests, reversals, we'll go ahead and start looking for the buys when that time comes. But as of right now, this is why this sales setup was the trade of the week. Excited to see how the markets end up playing out next week. Will it continue with the downtrend? Will it break inside the zone and then give us the next main setup for the next higher lows? I'm not necessarily saying it's going to be a start of a super downtrend. I'm excited to see if this is going to be like, this is the pullback that I wanted to see on the charts because now I can know when it's actually time for the next higher low, that's going to be my long-term portfolio moves, my long-term portfolio swings that I'm going to be looking to capitalize off of on the charts, right? So I'm going to leave y'all with that. And actually, hold on one second. And actually, before I actually end it out, I just remember I need to make sure I remind you guys over here on YouTube. But there's two things going on in my academy. I made a promise on Instagram, so I was like, I'm gonna be a man of my word. I'm gonna honor it. On Instagram, I said, look, if US30 drop, and it was NAS 100 too, NAS 100 dropped like crazy, bro. But I'm like, if US30 drops how I think it's gonna drop, if it break this stretcher how I think it's gonna break this stretcher, I'm gonna do something special for y'all, and I'm gonna honor my academy. I'm gonna make my academy for the weekend only. At first, I was gonna do it for the whole year. But I was like, nah, I'm tripping. I'm gonna make my academy for the weekend only. The original price of the academy when I first started my business, when I first started the academy. And not only did I do that, I added an extra perk as well, the signals chat. So for people that want my signals, if you want the academy, you want on the strategy, I highly advise you copy right now because I might, I'm gonna bump it up about $100, $200 more again back around Black Friday time, and then I'm gonna leave it at that price for the remainder of the year, only because once again I did announce something on Instagram. I'm gonna do a full video on later on another vlog or something, breaking down what is coming to 2025. It's gonna be, I cannot wait. But the academy in itself, like the video course within itself, is not gonna be available going into 2025. So that's why it's very imperative. If you guys want it, make sure you do yourself a service and purchase it. Either this, for sure, this weekend will be the best weekend because it's literally the original, the cheapest the academy has been in a while, since the original release date when I released the academy. But for people that want the signals chat is literally a one-time fee right now as well. So you get grandfathered in, one-time fee. You would never have to worry about a monthly fee ever again for as long as I have my signals. And the monthly fee will only be for people that don't purchase this deal right now after this weekend. So after this weekend, then it'll go back to being a monthly fee and stuff. But those are the two things that's going on in the academy right now. Like I said, later on this week or maybe another vlog soon, I'm going to talk more about 2025 and the plans I have for 2025. I did announce as well for my people that are based out in Dubai, the UAE, we have something coming for you guys over there. So for all my academy students that's over there, for all my future academy students that's over there, I'm very excited to meet you guys, network, do in-person trainings with you guys over there as well. So be on the lookout. Like I said, I told y'all it's gonna come in the next vlog. I'm trying not to say too much right now because this vlog is only supposed to be the trade of the week vlog. So I'm gonna stop talking right here. I'm gonna end this video right here. Leave a like, leave a comment if you guys like it. Stay tuned for the next trade of the week next week. Peace out.